Hi and welcome to this week's Durham and North Yorks Community L4G TV show. I'm Carol Dodsley and I have with me the amazing district leader for that area, which is Gerri Riddiough. Gerri, come and say hello.
Hiya, hello, Carol.
Hi, and today Gerri's in a completely different place. She's not in her usual office. Gerri, where are you?
I'm in Watford.
In Watford.
Watford, North London. Classed as North London. Yeah. Um, it's Southwest Hearts that we couldn't think of the name last week. Came down here.
So apart from Watford, where have you been this week?
Been all over. Since speaking to you last week, it was last Friday. It was one of my friend's birthdays. I had a couple of other people to sort of catch up with. Are we going to Saltburn, are we?
No, not yet. I'm just getting ready for when we get to there.
All right. Okay.
No, carry on. Where have you been?
Right. Just through we were putting the pictures up. Yes, I've been over to North West, I went to Bolton, to Liverpool, to Lee, to catch up with some people I haven't seen in a long time and kind of just tell them what I was doing with Link for Growth and various other things. And sort of set an intention to be launching some groups over there sometime soon, because I don't know if I said this before, basically wanting to grow the north to the same size as the south in terms of groups as quickly as possible, to be honest. So
Cool.
that's the case of just watch this space. But it was, my friends sort of said, well, you wouldn't be able to get over, would you? Which to me, anyone who knows what I'm like said, yeah, I'll be there. I can get there. So yeah, that was Friday. I came back on Sunday, and I had a few appointments on Monday. I've had quite a lot going on this week, that I won't say too much about the one-to-one appointments that I've had with people, because again they're all sort of work in progress. But that's just adding on to what you said last week, Carol, about the graph that goes on behind the role of being a district leader. It's not just about, there's a lot of preparation goes into it. It's not just about turning up on the day and saying a few words. So on Tuesday, we had Middlesbrough event, which is a coffee. Now, it was at the Gateway, which is Gateway Hospital. What we found is it's a little bit out of the way. It's a brilliant place, and it will definitely come back to it. But there's everything surrounding it is pretty much for the businesses. There's not really, say businesses, there's not really a community as such that we wanted to build. So we've looked at a couple of other venues for that, and we think we've chosen one. But again, that'll be probably on next week's update, and then I can start sharing the event that will be in a month's time, Tuesday morning, 10 to 12, just Link for Coffee in Middlesbrough.
Cool.
So Sunday we had the launch of Saltburn Group, which is the gorgeous pictures you've just put up there.
I haven't put them up yet.
They're only on my screen there.
Only you can see them at the moment. Whatever you can see in this small film strip underneath, nobody else can see. Everybody's only seen you so far. The pictures. Now that you're talking about Saltburn, I'm going to go and have a look at the view. And now I'm putting Saltburn. There's the first picture, which is an absolutely stunning view. So you were at the top of that, were you?
Yeah. I mean, it goes up higher. Don't get me wrong. That was, the venue is kind of halfway up the just be a hill, but it's all cliffs in that area. It's not far from Whitby, really, not far up the coast from Whitby. So again, that'll be another watch this space.
And there is, whilst the phone is ringing in the background, there is another view from the venue where Gerri was in Saltburn. Did you say it was, Gerri?
Saltburn, that's right. You can see there's the pier going out to sea. And at the bottom, where the pier is, as it goes out, there's all sorts along there. Things like there's amusement arcade. There's a fish and chip restaurant that I went to a few weeks ago. Actually, with Chris, and it gets really busy. We actually had to wait for a table for a little while, but it's worth the wait. There's little gems all over the place, I guess.
And I think that's one of the things, isn't it? That quite often people don't know where these gems are, and then Link for Growth comes along, goes and finds this venue, and suddenly people go, "Oh my goodness, I need to go there."
Mm, absolutely. And I think even people that live there, they know it's nice and the view's breathtaking and things. But it's just it's a nice pleasant reminder of what's there. It's recently been renovated as well. What I also love is it's owned privately by a family over in Manchester. So it's not part of a huge chain either. So any money that we're putting back into that actually stays in the community. Or certainly 50% of it, obviously, going off the statistics. As in, when we go out of our way to shop at retail parks and such like, only 10 pence of that pound, every pound spent, only 10 pence remains in that area, which I know we bang that drum quite a lot with Link for Growth. By putting money into our own areas, 50 pence actually remains in our own local economy. Which I have another point to make on that I'll come to later. I've just made a little note.
But I think that's a really important thing to think about, isn't it? Because quite often we don't think about that. And a lot of people have no idea that if they shop locally in a big chain or go to these just outside of the town or the city big parks with the big corporates, not corporates, but you know the ones I mean, that actually the money isn't staying in their local area, which means that money is being taken away from their local area. Whereas by supporting local, if you have local, then you're actually helping keep the money in the area, which can help the area to do so many more things.
Absolutely. Now, I think some people, certainly from Saltburn, will perhaps think, well, why on earth are they launching Link for Growth in Saltburn? Because it's one of the very, very few places on the planet, I think, that haven't lost that sense of community. People do go into town and shop. They shop locally. They shop from friends and local suppliers, and that shows because the town is still thriving. There's not a closed shop in sight. Well, there's one. It's just closed, and her reasons for closing actually the sweetie shop, a bit like Damien wants to operate. Damien Nelson from Bradford. She basically was too busy with one shop and staffing it herself, so that's the only reason that's closed down. It's not been due to any financial problems or anything like that. So it is quite, considering when you go into other towns, and it can be quite ghostly, quite depressing. It's probably, maybe it's not a bad word to use. In Redcar and Cleveland, where I live, they've created them, but they might have done this all over, but they've created virtual shops. I don't know if you've seen that, have you, Carol?
I personally haven't, because I tend not to go out that often into my own local town because I work across the world. So although I am very much about local community, I'm not a district leader, and I work across the world, but I have heard of them. Now, I just want to let everybody know we're getting a bit of echo and there's a few strange noises happening. Gerri is actually on a mobile phone connection today because she's not in her own office where her own studio is. So if you can hear any background noises, it's because of where she is that we're having a little bit of disconnection sometimes on the sound.
Oh wait, right, it's really, really hot down here as well, so there's a couple of windows open just to let some air in. So virtual shops, when they created them or came up with the idea and put them out there, it was a little bit odd to start with, and it soon dawned on me that even people were saying, oh, well, it makes the place look better. It's not. It's putting a plaster over the problem. There is a problem there. The shops are empty. The rents are high. The rates are high. So for Saltburn to have continued, I think, is huge success. And I think with rolling this out with Link for Growth, I think it will get bigger and bigger because of that sense of community. And I genuinely think they'll lead the way, potentially for the rest of the country. Don't know what other communities are like, but I know how confident I am in the strength of the community in Saltburn. Really, really commendable.
And I think that was a really great example when you gave there that Saltburn is already a great community. They haven't lost that community participation and feel, but there is still a place for Link for Growth in those communities to help them build even more and stay vibrant as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's was that Wednesday night, and then Thursday was my birthday. Yesterday, and I knew there was quite a few people going out on Link for Drinks at Watford. Quite last minute, and just thought, go down and just pop up and say hello, and surprise a few people, and I did.
Yeah, I can imagine, because for you that was like a 3-4 hour drive to go for Link for Drinks in another part of the country.
I stopped off to do a hangout with you, didn't I? I was going to say hangover then. A hangout with yourself and Jenny. Again, pulled over just at the services on my phone signal. But it's fantastic to be able to do that. Absolutely brilliant.
And that is one of the things about this, not just the community TV, but using Google Hangouts, which is what we're using here to bring you the community TV. You can be absolutely anywhere, and it's not just limited to using it for community TV. Link for Growth is going to be using Hangouts for roving reporters, so if there's a great event on somewhere, there can be people that can go out. They don't have to have internet. They can do what Gerri's doing today, and they can link up with us through their mobile connection, which changes everything, because normally you have to have an internet connection. And yes, it is much better if you have a strong internet connection, but if you don't, you can still get Hangouts working for you from anywhere. So it's so flexible and so inclusive. And I mean, the roving reporters are going to be so much fun. There's so many different ways that Link for Growth and Hangouts and community TV and other TV sort of shows and ideas that are coming up with Link for Growth. And I know that Gerri's going to be one of those that's going to be jumping on quite a few of them and bringing them to her area. So watch out for those.
Got something to come to on that as well. Yeah, that was Link Drinks last night. Networking events today. Networking very early doors this morning. I just need to jump in, Gerri. Your signal is not too good now. You seem to have lost a bit of it. If you can you turn your bandwidth setting down so that you go off video, but we keep your audio clear? Do you know how to do that? Is it gone really bad?
You've gone a little bit clearer again now. Your video is quite fuzzy, but you have cleared, your audio has cleared a little bit now. It's because of the connection that you're on and where you are as well. You're actually in a block of flats, aren't you, I think? So you've got all of that around you as well, and lots of stuff happening in the area.
I was on 4G, and we just have a look. Yeah, I'm still on 4G, so let's have a little nearer the window and the laptop. I don't know, maybe that.
Yeah, you've come back a little bit clearer again now, and we can hear you now. Okay, so is that everywhere you have been this week?
So far, yeah, apart for Link for Coffee that we went to in Luton earlier on today. Yeah,
cool.
I think that's it. I think that's everything.
But that's so much. You know, you've had your own events up in the north. You've started a brand new event that was very successful and is in a beautiful place. And you've also travelled to the other end of the country to meet up with other Link for Growth people in their communities as well. You know, I think it's really important to sort of let people know that, yes, this is about building local communities. This is about supporting your own local area and getting involved. But it's not about cutting out the rest of the world. No. It's about everything coming together as one big community as well as the individual communities.
Yeah, absolutely.
So have you got any shout-outs for us today, or have you been so busy travelling around you haven't had time to stop?
I haven't had time to speak to anybody. I have got some shout-outs. One lady is Ellen Ralph, who helped me, is taken on the role of community host on the Middlesbrough group, and will be progressing to community leader, because we can see that there's a need for probably 3 to 5 groups over in Middlesbrough that way in time. So we're looking at a couple of others there, and to really strengthen that moving forward. Gerri, Lynn Mitchell and Sue Esplin for ongoing support, always. Absolutely brilliant. My dream team. And there's another lady that came along to the event called Olwyn, Pascale, I think her name is. Again, hugely supportive. Another couple, Andy and Andrea, Andy Lennox, Andrew Harvard, I think her name was. Absolutely fantastic. Totally get where we're coming from. Totally get where we're going. More importantly, and I would say pretty much the majority of the group in Saltburn were absolutely fantastic. And part of that, I would say, is I stood up at the beginning and led it for once. I've been too busy saying, "Oh right, okay, I'll be a leader," and then just doing what people told me to do. And I've had a lot of feedback this week before this, and thought, right, okay, then I know where I'm at now, and I know what I need to do. So I know they were quite pleased and proud of me for just stepping into that and saying, right, this is what we're doing, and also saying about my work situation and how passionate I am about Link for growth. Obviously, I know we're going to do a sound bite on that, aren't we, Carol? Very shortly, to put that message out there, what it is I'm doing and why I'm doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. We will be doing a soundbite with you very soon, but not whilst you're on that connection.
No, I'll do it when I'm back. Yeah, so that's me. Shout out.
And it's really nice when I'm listening to you to hear that so many people are supporting and helping you. You know, quite often we do things in life and we're doing them ourselves, and not everybody out there finds people who are supportive of their journey, of the company they're working for's journey, of the community's journey, of their local area's journey. You know, there's a lot of sort of siloed people in our world nowadays, and I think it's really exciting when I'm listening to you and you're saying, and I've got this person and this person has been helping, and I want to say thank you to this person, and it's just so lovely to hear about the way people are drawn to what you're doing and to supporting you, and that you have that energy that people want to come along and find out more about what's happening and what you're doing and share that journey with you. I think that's absolutely great.
It is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And it's lovely that more and more people are getting it, are completely understanding, right down to the heart and soul, what we're doing and why we're doing it, and just think it's absolutely fantastic. So yeah, very lucky to be so supported.
Good stuff.
I think the other thing I've realised as well, my mum said this for a long time, but you need to tell people what you expect of them, otherwise they don't know. And I'm the same. If you tell me what you expect of me, I will do it, unless it's beyond my possibilities or against the principle. I will do what I can to help somebody out. So that's been quite a big learning curve for me this week.
And again, you've just brought up another great sort of topic there, of the fact that it's very important, and it's not so much, it's not telling people what they should be doing, but if you don't explain things to people, they can't actually get involved because they don't understand something. So it is really important that people do know what's happening, that they do understand the message, that they understand how they can participate, what they can do that works well for them, for the community, for Link for Growth. And I think that's a really important thing for everybody to sort of think about, and not just within Link for Growth, but for anybody out there who is part of an organisation or has their own business or works for somebody, is to be very clear on your expectations and to ask for very clear instructions and information on other people's expectations of you, because once you've got that clarity, life completely changes.
Yeah, and you're all going in the same direction or singing from the same hymn sheet, so to speak. There's something else I was going to say then. Mine's gone. Oh yeah, right. The events that are on Eventbrite that we use to put the links up and about on social media. One of the things now is that if people launch new groups, or even take them over, I guess it's always been my face on the Eventbrite as district leader. But it's time now that we start linking those people and say, this is who's doing such and such a group. Obviously, I'll still go along and speak and launch it, but Link for Growth is about what we we give rather than what we take. And it's about raising other people's profiles. If they're stepping up, then that's the time we should be saying, look, this is wonderful, this person's taking up, and this is what they're doing. And those people will do sound bites as well, so they can tell everybody about their own business. They'll be on the newsletter, and obviously I'll put them in on this regularly as that sort of goes forward.
Yeah, exactly, because they can all come and join us on your community TV, because if they're hosting an event, then they can come and talk about that event as well as us talking about where you've been and what you've been doing. This is about inclusivity, and I love the fact that that's going to start happening, you know. So if people go along, yes, Gerri is the district leader and will be at the events, but you also have other people who are working really hard behind the scenes to bring you new community events, and you're going to be able to get to know them before you even turn up at the event, which I think is wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, you're slightly going out again, but let's keep going. So what's coming up in the next week or so?
In the next week, one is next week, which is from 6:30.
Right, I don't know about the audience, but I'm not getting anything you're saying right now, Gerri. So we need to see if we can get you back again, because there's no point sharing things that nobody can understand.
Absolutely. I don't know what else I can do. Let's have a look. I've done anything.
I can now hear you a little bit clearer again. Yeah, right. Quick, shoot for it. What's going on next week?
Out the window in a minute. Right. One of the things I wanted to mention, you said about doing the roving reporter type thing. I mentioned Mind last week. Now, Mind have a cafe in Redcar, and when I talked earlier about the 50% staying in the community, with Mind, everything goes back into that shop and into the charity, 100% of the pound. Everything's sort of cooked on the premises, it's all sourced locally. But I've been speaking to them at the moment about talking, they are opening on a Saturday morning. So I said, we'll do the first community TV. I'll do something with Nick Murray, who's been really, really supportive back to me on Link for Growth, hugely supportive. And what I want to do is with the Link for Growth youth, which is age 16 to 25-year-olds, we want to get a group started for them in there, but also I want, I'm asking for 1 or 2 people of that age group that will help us do some hangouts and put the Link for Growth youth concept into action now, that will start doing that to promote Mind and get them out there and tell people how they can support a very, very local charity, because it is an individual, they're individual groups in Mind. It's not just a national business. It runs almost like a franchise, but not a franchise, and I really, really want to give them as much support back as I can. So that's something we'll be organising this week.
That is really exciting, the thought that we're going to bring some young people in, some charity stuff, Link for Growth stuff, and that it's all going to be part of that mix. And again, that is what it's all about, is supporting your local people, but also bringing people together and connecting them. I think that's fantastic. I'm really excited that when we get that started as well, Gerri.
Yeah, it's about getting it started now. It's a great idea. It's time to take action on it. Yeah, and get moving, go fast on this one. The only other thing I wanted to mention was Doorways, which are based in Saltburn, and they already look after 13 to 25-year-olds. They're only in Saltburn, but I love what they're doing. I went to them to say, right, is there anything we can do together? I think there will be, but I think what they're doing already is spot on, and I think we can learn a lot from them to then roll that out across the rest of the country. It's a very similar vision to the youth concept that we've got good to go, really. It's certainly ready to go in this area. I've got the people, got David from the college, and I mentioned Cara and Philip last week. Again, that's just, we'll be watching what they're doing to see if there's anything we can enhance our own proposition for the youth.
Awesome. Brilliant stuff. So, what events are happening in your area next week? Where can people go to come and join you? What can they turn up for?
There's the one, the Turner's Mill, Link for Drinks, on Thursday. Oh, that's what you couldn't hear, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm thinking I've already said this. Next Thursday evening, Link for Drinks, 6:30 onwards at the Turner's Mill. We have changed the venue on that one, partly because we spoke to them and they were absolutely ecstatic. Yes, what can we do to help you? The section part of the pub off. I've got a huge banner now that I get to cart around with me everywhere, but at least that means people can see where we are. So yeah.
Brilliant. So everybody go along and have a drink and find out more about Link for Growth. Find out more about your local community. Go and meet Gerri. She is so much fun to be with at a Link for Drinks event.
And there's a couple of other groups that we've got coming in August. We've got Staves and Scarborough coming up, just planning those at the moment. There'll also be Colby Newham, talking about that at the moment again. So I've got meetings on that on Monday to look for venues and what type of event it'll be and when we start it. So again, we're going fast now.
Good stuff. So lots of new things coming up. So do bookmark the fact that you need to keep an eye on what Gerri's doing and the Link for Growth business page. The links are in the event. If you're on the event right now, if you can click through to the business page, you can put it into a circle so that every time that there is a new community TV show or any updates and information, you will automatically get them from Gerri. You really need to keep your eye on this area because it is going to be growing very, very fast. And it's very exciting the way Gerri is bringing so many different people together and not focusing on one particular thing, but actually focusing on the bigger picture and getting everybody involved. So if you'd like to get involved as well, then get in touch with Gerri and she can sort of let you know what she's looking for, who can help her, how you can help. And if you don't want to get involved, but you want to turn up and get to know your community and you want to actually talk to like-minded people and you want to connect and build relationships with more people, then go along to the events as an event participant.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine too, exactly. Yeah, it's not just about teams, it's about the people that come to the events there equally. It's important. But I don't know if you could hear my phone bipping there, put it on silent. I've constantly got people saying, right, what should I do with this? What should, moving things forward and really putting the energy, matching my energy, I suppose, and say, yeah, that's what we want to do. And some of them I'm having to reel back in a bit sometimes. Oh, hang on. A bit like you and Chris do with me.
But that's good. It's much better to have people that are passionate and really ready to go, and you just pull people back a little bit and say, woo, slow down before you fall over that step you can't see in front of you, than it is to have people that sit on the sidelines and just watch and think, oh, well, maybe one day. It's so much better to just take action and do something and just join in, even if it's in a very small way, But I just think I just love the whole energy of what's happening up in the north. So, sorry, carry on.
I've got another big shout out I didn't even think about because it was just a message I received earlier. I had a meeting with D20man, and she's on Facebook. She's from Newcastle area. And we just talked about Link for Growth. I sent her the stuff over before I came here, and she's been back in touch. She's been read through it all. Great, fantastic. Yeah, I'm prepared to be a district leader.
Wow.
Another one.
So we have lots of people that are going through that journey of becoming a district leader. For anyone that's listening, if you're interested, obviously you can get all of the information. It doesn't mean that you will suddenly be doing all the stuff that Gerri is doing and spending every single day on Link for Growth. It is a journey, and you start small and you build it up, and you then decide how much you actually want that involvement. Some people will never actually want to be a district leader. They'll want to be an event host and go along to one event in their own local community and host that and help organise that. Other people work in the background. So there's no sort of nothing there that you have to do this, you must do it like this. It's all about bringing people on board that are excited and want to step up, want to take more action, and then taking them through a journey for them to find their place where they feel comfortable and where it really works for them.
That's right, absolutely. For me, it was I knew where I wanted to go. It took some battling, as everybody around me knows. And every time I step up to the plate and say, right, I'll do this, and I do it, sometimes I think I've done it and I haven't, and it takes me 3 or 4 more goes to realise, oh, I had to go from A to G, then A to B. But now obviously that my role is kind of helping other district leaders, so it's not as if you're going to be chucked in at the deep end. I was chucked in the deep end because I chose to. I was kind of 1 event, 2 events, 3 events, and then off you go, you're a district leader, right, okay, I can do this. So yeah, it doesn't need to be as big as I've gone for it, but it's really important to me. You know that.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
that. Now everybody knows that.
Exactly. So, have we got any training in your area next week? I know that there's a Google Plus Accelerated Learning Program starting on Tuesday, the 29th of July, which is not next week, it's the week after, and that will run from 6 till 7 p.m. for 6 weeks, plus at the end a wrap up and a bonus week for everybody. It's run through Google Hangouts, but it's presented in a way like these shows are, where you don't have to worry about the technology. You can actually watch it from any device that you have, whether it's a mobile phone, whether it's your iPad, whether it's your laptop, or whether it's a main computer, anywhere at all that you can access the equivalent of a YouTube video. You can actually participate in the program. They're all recorded. You also have a chat facility there where you can be talking during the actual live sessions, where you're learning how to use Google Plus and how to really see results from it, because there's so many people who kind of play on it, but they don't really know what they're doing. They don't really understand how it's working or how it can help their business. So we go through absolutely everything in the 6 weeks Google Plus Accelerated Learning Program, and you can get the details on the Link for Growth website under the training link. That starts on the 29th of July. I believe there is either a LinkedIn or a Twitter one coming up very soon.
Just on the Google Plus one, I can't really support that enough. I know yourself and Chris sort of mentioned it months ago, and I was going, no, I don't think I need that, because obviously I was doing something different. It's amazing once you start using it, just how many people over the world, different organisations, are using this, and they're using it to connect and build relationships online until they can meet offline, or vice versa. Once they have met offline, keeping that relationship going online is absolutely vitally important, I think, and to grab hold of now, to start learning and crack on with it.
Yeah, and also Link for Growth are on Google Plus. All of the communities, buy local. It's your opportunity. If you go to an offline event, it's your opportunity to carry on the discussions between one event and the next one. It's your opportunity to upload photos. Like Gerri and I have shared 2 photos today from an event, but you could be at an event taking photos. You could be walking around your local area taking photos. You can upload them into the Google Plus local communities. You can also promote your business in the Go Local communities that we have. We have the community TV, your sound bites, so much stuff that you can get involved in on Google Plus. So it's not just about learning for it for your own business or your own personal use, but also it's your way to get more involved with Link for Growth as well. So you get multiple benefits by using the platform, and you get multiple benefits by learning the platform and learning it the right way. And I'm saying the right way because I'm actually the Google Plus Accelerated Learning Program trainer, so it's me that you get to spend 6 weeks with and an extra week at the end. And I'm actually a Google Plus top contributor, so I spend all of my time on the platform. Now, if Gerri's got anything more to say, whilst Gerri's doing that, I want to go over, because I know that Deepa has got some accelerated learning programs coming up, and I would like to just tell you the dates, but I don't have them in my head, so I need to go over to the website. So, Gerri, keep talking.
I had something to say then, now I've forgotten what it was. Oh, we've got to go. We have got some photos of the launch from the inside and the people that were there, and I think Gerri Reid took a few of me up speaking as well. I think he's posted into the Link for Growth Durham N Yorks page. If people can go on and like that, they will get updates and can see themselves potentially from being at events and at launches. They can see where we're going next, what we're doing. They can actually write little blogs about me, why I'm doing things, trying to put a bit of myself across there as well, so that people get me and they know that they can trust me. and that I'll do what I say I'll do. I'm not messing about. You know.
Okay, good stuff. Right, I've just been over, you're still on screen, Gerri, because I'm looking at the screen here. I've just been over, the LinkedIn one starts on the 6th of August, so that's not for a few weeks, but go over and get your places booked, because obviously you don't want to wait until the day before and find out that actually there's no spaces left. So we've got Google Plus starting on the 29th of July, and actually I gave you the wrong time. The 29th of July is starting between 2 and 3. I thought it was 6 till 7. I'm right. It's 6. On the website it says 2 till 3, but actually Google Plus that starts on the 29th of July is between 6 and 7 p.m. If you want to go between 2 and 3, that's in September. There's a LinkedIn one starting on the 6th of August, and there's a Twitter and Hootsuite accelerated learning program starting at the end of August. And I'm just going over so that you can hear what I'm saying, even though you can't see me. I'm just checking out the with intent workshops to see what we've got coming up. Okay, 21st of July, which is next week, Facebook with intent from 12 till 2 o'clock. And then Wednesday the 30th of July is networking with intent. And Thursday the 31st of July is connect with intent. So go along to the Link for Growth website, have a look. There are so many different options there for you, and I'm now back on screen so Gerri can breathe because we're not all looking at her. So there's basically, you've got the half-day workshops that are, those I think I've read out to you are actually online. There is the accelerated learning programs which run online for between 6 and 8 weeks depending which one you're on. There will also in the future be some other workshops and things coming up. There'll be some mastermind groups coming up, so if you want to start masterminding with people and actually take your business to the next level. And you can also, if there's any of the trainers or the consultants who work with Link for Growth, you can also request a one-to-one personal guidance session with them or a consultation. If you want to know about those, do get in touch with us and we can give you more details about those, because they're not on the website at the moment, but all of the training programs are. So we'll put the links into the event for everybody so you can have a look, because I sort of reeled those dates off pretty quick there.
Yeah, you did. But I'll be on as many as I can. Of those, because I think you never know what you don't know, and there's always more to learn. You don't know what you don't know, and I think it's the wisest type of people say, right, let me see and learn and go, keep learning.
Yeah, exactly. So we have covered a whole load of stuff. Gerri has been to so many places. We've shared some beautiful scenery with you. We've told you about some local charities. We've told you how you can get some training and how you can take your journey to the next level from a perspective of your own platforms and what you want to learn. And we've also shared with you how you can get involved with Link for Growth if you want to participate more, and how you can come along to the events and have some fun and learn how to connect with more people in your community and see things happening. So, Gerri, have you got any last thoughts that you want to leave everybody with today?
I don't. I think I've mentioned everything.
Good stuff. So that's it for this week, and we will be back here again next week, and hopefully Gerri will actually be back in her own environment where she has talked about the connection.
I might not be, but I'll try. I'll be on a internet connection. Like
cool.
That one also.
Yeah, well, we will see Gerri from wherever Gerri happens to be next week. I hope you've enjoyed the show, and if you have anything you want to share, let Gerri know so that she can share it on next week's show.